Let's see, how about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Alright. I changed some of my OBS settings because I've been recording with OBS lately. And I forgot to switch over the YouTube profile. I had the Twitch profile and the local recording profile all set up. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Michael Knight, Dizzy D. Jaime, what's up? Adder Nielsen, Insanity. Quicksilver. Quicksilver, I've been thinking about you all day, man. I got a Kuvalich problem. Kuvalich problem. Anyway, y'all, I'll go ahead and go through it again here. Gonna be a little bit shorty today. The wife's off the next 2 days. Nah, see, you have to, when you record, you can pick your tracks in OBS. Like, you can pick track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4. So, like, when I'm recording, I've got track 1 set to game audio and track 2 set to my microphone. That way I can go back and adjust the levels later. However, when you're streaming, you can only choose one track. So you have to have your microphone and audio go into the same track, and I didn't have it set up right. So basically I use like track 1 for normal sound, track 2 for my mic, and then track 3 is my normal sound and my mic, but then you have to enable track 3. Sander, what up, what up? Alright, anyway, like I said, we're going to be heading out of town. We're going to go camping tomorrow night and do a little swimming. I didn't realize, I just popped back into Warframe yesterday quick. And I didn't know what I was doing, and now I got this Kuvalich on my star chart, sucking up my resources. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Alright, who we want to play with today? Who do we got here? We got an EV, or, EV. I've got EV on the brain. We got a Dryad in the deck. I think let's go for some mystical hotness today. Is she all set up? We need Sand Viper set up. Let's give her a relic. What have we got laying around? That one. That's actually her old relic before the nerf. No, DD. No, it's gonna be mystical goodness today. Looks like she's all set up. I mean, I'm still gonna spam some auras. You know that. Popping off. What up, what up? I did watch the TennoCon quick. That's what actually made me want to start playing it again. The whole time I was thinking, Quicksilver's gonna yell at me because it's been too long. Let's see. Let's start off in a dungeon. Anyway, for those just joining, I am going to be heading out of town, so I got a bunch of work to do today to prepare for that, because I want to keep content coming on the channels the next couple of days. So this is going to be a short stream today. I'm only going to go for about an hour. There's nothing wrong with that, Quicksilver. Everybody's got their preference. There's nothing at all wrong with someone having a preference, that's for sure. That's not the one I want to start on. I wanted to start on this one for some laser beams. Laser beams! They are 100% not going to release the update tomorrow. In fact, I would be shocked if it's even next week. So, I mean, if I thought that they were going to be doing an update tomorrow, I wouldn't be leaving town. Alright, here we go, y'all. I'm on US West. Let's see. What do we want to call this one? We'll call it Quick Silver. We'll just call it Quicksilver. Is not the Flash. There. And now we've got it filled out a little bit more. Sorry there, Q. Alright, here we go. Oh, it without a doubt won't be this week. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they do release it tomorrow. If so, you know what? I'm going to be out on a lake, kicking back with some tasty meat, cooking on an open fire with my awesome wife. So, I mean, if the update comes tomorrow, then that's great. You guys enjoy it. But I am not exactly going to be doing something that's not going to be amazingly enjoyable myself. So, you know. I'll consider myself lucky tomorrow, whether the update comes or not. I think it'll be 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks is a very realistic time frame. Let's see. I think it's probably good. We got Earth Shatters going everywhere. We only got 2 Earth Shatters. Needs more Earth Shatters. Good lord, man. I'm sitting here trying to hold down M to drop all the mana. The thing is, Quicksilver, is I personally am not a big fan of Pattinson. I wasn't overjoyed when it was announced that he's going to be playing the Batman. But I think that era is going to be really good. If it's written well, I think it could be good. And I think old Zoe Kravitz as the Catwoman is going to be awesome. So, I mean, I'm not overjoyed about Pattinson at all. But I think that the movie could still be good. I mean, if it's written well, that, and there's that HBO series coming up, and there's rumor that the HBO series could end up taking off right around, like right after the movie is over, as far as the plot and the storyline. So I don't know how intertwined it will be. But I do think that there's some decent choices for casting. I'm not sold on Pattinson, you know, which is fine. We're supposed to be getting mystical today. What the heck am I doing? Mystical action. Yes, I don't know. I mean, I'm still excited about the movie. I actually find myself more excited about the series than the movie, though, to be honest. Hey, what's up, Danny? Magus Quarters does look weird, huh? looks good though. This map, they did a really good job with this map. Oh, what happened to my snakes over here? Did I not put snakes here? Weird, we're snakeless. We are snakeless. Here, we'll throw one in. Now we're not so snakeless. Ooh, trying to double jump on the Mystic. That's gonna put me in the lava. If I'm not careful, that will put me in the lava. I'm not prepared to give a rating on them. I don't think it's a fair comparison right now, Quicksilver. I'll do a comparison and give an opinion about which one I like better once DDA is final and finished in development. But, I mean, that's just not, you know, just the years of development time just makes that a completely unfair comparison. I mean, I can tell you I do like the way DD2 looks. I like the graphics better in DD2. I like the art style better. But that's about all I'm willing to commit to at this time. I mean, I'm hoping DDA turns into an amazing game, but we're just going to have to see what it turns into, right? I mean, I just am a big fan of the DD2 art style. Now, I mean, I do really like the hunt for rare loot, and that's what Dungeon Defenders, the original game, had, which DD2 is lacking. And I do really enjoy that aspect of the gameplay. It's not a matter of better, it's a matter of different and your personal favorites. Saying one is better than the other is, you know, it's just not. I will never say that. I will never say, you know, Sanctum 2 is better than Sanctum 1, or I will never say that. So, y'all aren't gonna fish that out of me. I'm just not gonna say it. Because it's opinion based and it's based off of favorites. So, I mean, I could give you a whole huge list of people that say DD2 is a superior game. I can give you a whole huge list of people that say DD1 is a superior game. And you know what? We got them both. So play whichever one is your favorite, you know? That is the right thing to do. Well, I got high hopes for Sanctum 3, Ollie, because, you know, Satisfactory is making a lot of money. Well, where's all that money going to go? Well, it's going to buy somebody a boat or a new house and all that. But a lot of that development money is going to go into their next project. And I'm really hoping their next project is Sanctum 3. But Satisfactory is a really good game. There's no doubt there. They just did a great job with it. And they're making a crap load of money. I mean, they've said that there will be a Sanctum 3, but they didn't say when. I mean, it might not be for 20 years, you know? There's a lot of great games to play, there really is. And this Warframe update coming up is... Man, to me, it looks way, way, way better than the last bunch of Warframe updates. So, I mean, yeah, like yesterday, after watching the TennoCon live stream, I reinstalled Warframe that day. Oh, I didn't see it. There, Tyson. Remember, I'm playing a game too, so sorry. It has scrolled off my screen, so I'm not gonna... You're gonna have to type it again. Oh, I've played all the Borderlands games extensively. They're amazing games. I mean, as with every game franchise, I've got my favorite. Borderlands 2 is my favorite for sure. There is just no doubt. I mean, I really enjoyed Borderlands 3. The problem I had with Borderlands 3 is I hit it really hard and grinded it really fast. So, like, within just a couple of weeks, I had already had a whole lot of hours in. Is that your question about the EV? Well, I don't know exactly what your question was because it scrolled off the screen and I'm not going to bother looking. Gonna level EV first before trying Massacre Survival? I'm not sure on that one yet. I will probably at least get an EV to level 70 first. And throw some level 70 mythical gear on her. I mean, I'm not positive, but that's probably the route I'll take. Like, you can get to level 70 really quick now. I mean, you can just do Nightmare Hardcore Glitterhelm Survival and like a wave 20 start. Just go in wave 20 to 25, which is what, like 20 minutes? Just that alone will get you to like level 74. So I will probably do that first. Just go with one, or go with like one Nightmare Hardcore Survival, just to get EVs leveled past that level 70 mark. Yeah, it probably does, but that's not what I want to do. I want to use her. I don't want to just level her. So, I mean, if I've got a set of level 70 mythicals, I'm comfortable jumping into Massacre Survival and using her with level 70 mythicals. Now, obviously, I'll have my other beast mode defense stuff all in the mix. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, is the thing. Massacre Survival's not going anywhere, but I'm going to want to get that EV leveled up quick. And we don't know what the XP is going to be like in Massacre Survival. So, it's a mystery. I mean, it's a pretty fair assumption to say the XP is going to be pretty damn good. But it's definitely a big mystery at this point, you know? Yeah, I did everything in Borderlands 2. I mean, I played Borderlands 2 a long time. Got the bottom all done, looks like it. We ain't got no snacks. Needs more snacks. Go gang. Your game is still buggy in DDA. You have no numbers, no stats. That's weird. I haven't had any issues like that. Make sure you get it reported, you know? Oh, I'm extremely optimistic about the EV. I'm glad that the EV is more like DD1 than DD2. I love the DD2 EV, but the DD2 EV was missing some things. Oh, there's no doubt. You gotta have 3. One for walls, one for building, and one as a DPS character. I mean, I'll probably just make 4 just to fill the deck. Well, it's a strategy game. Actually, there's really no difficulty level at all. You just have to use the right stuff. It's like any other strategy game. If you've got Mob A that has immunity to Defense A, well, then you don't use Defense A. It's all a game about countering enemies. The entire game. So you know, you counter the enemies, you're gonna win. Hantic, you do not have to use a VPN. You can just go to the title screen and manually switch servers. Anyone in the world from anywhere can. No VPN required. Well, I mean, if it's like the DD1 Proton Charge, remember, it's not Proton Beam. It's Proton Charge is the name of the ability. It's a completely separate thing than the beam. But, I mean, I'm hoping it's more DD1 styled. DD1 styled a Genie, there's just no way a Genie could keep up with it. But on the same note, it was extremely powerful. So personally, I'm hoping it's more like that, where it's very, very powerful. I don't need to have the uptime on it 100%. I want something that's going to nuke a boss, you know? They didn't quite say that, Ollie. In fact, if you actually look back at what Phil said, he didn't know. He completely took a guess. And, I mean, he said that. He said, you know, I don't know, but maybe a really good Genie, which, I mean, obviously Genies, it doesn't matter if they're good and bad. Even the crappiest Genie out there will fill your mana bar in one tick. But he didn't give any sort of confidence that he actually knew. That, remember, still at the point that they've showed us this far, is very much work in progress. I mean, that flamethrower thing is straight up placeholder, and he wasn't sure about that either on the stream. But they confirmed it afterwards that it was completely placeholder. So I'm hoping it turns out more like the beam, the charge type beam from DD1 and DD2. They will never bring the Carnival back to DD2, ever. That will never, ever happen. Even if DDA didn't exist and they were still focusing on DD2, the Carnival would never make a return. It was completely broken. They'd have to redo the whole thing. It's a shame, really, because the Carnival map was pretty awesome. Nah, there's no crossplay, John. DD2 will never have a community event conflicts. DD2 has a whole lot of limitations that DD1 did not have. What's going on there, Uzar? Well, that's how it's supposed to be. If you've got a perfectly geared and perfectly balanced team, you should be nuking bosses. Your bed and the Switch are more comfy than couch and PS4. I don't know, I guess that's a pretty good problem to have. But yeah, I mean, if you're in any game and you've got a perfectly balanced team that is buffing each other that are all fully decked out and geared properly, in any game you should be annihilating the content. That's what you work towards. You know, that's the whole point of co-op. Well, I mean, the point of co-op is to, one, either play with your friends and derp around, or to put together a team that works well with each other. Hopefully soon, there, Uzar. Hopefully soon. I'm anxious to get some matches in with you, though. Yeah, I mean, that's the goal, you know? That's the goal, is to achieve that point where you're a badass, you know? No, there's no crossplay in DD2, John. You cannot play with people from other platforms. It's quite unfortunate, but it's not something that is a reality. See what kind of pirate mod we get out of this bad boy. Ogre fight! Ogre fight! Y'all beat up on each other. Oh, they died too quick. Well, I don't play as much DD2 anymore. I play other stuff, and I play the newer game. The Mystic is awesome. I really enjoy the Mystic. That's one, though, like, everybody's hoping for the Summoner / Abyss Lord right now. Alright, where's it at? 2 arms. Boo. Yeah, anyway, everybody's hoping for the Abyss Lord / Summoner. The Strafe DH was pretty awesome, Uzar, but I had one big problem, and that was all I had to do was get on any other character, and the game just threw massive amounts of gear at me. So, like, my barb, my seasonal barb that I put, like, no time into at all, it's got 5 perfect rolled primals in a season that I want to play a Demon Hunter. So what's happened is I've been forcing myself to play the Demon Hunter, but I have been wanting to play the barb more. So, I mean, I'm not done with my season yet, but I can see more barbarian stuff in the future of my season 21. There's no doubt there. Alright, looks like we're all good. I'll give him some snacks back here just because snacks. Throw some snacks over here. More snacks, please. Haven't gonna hit anything. A little snack there. Did I see your comment? I just answered one of your comments. You were talking about the game being hard, and I told you it's not hard at all. It's a game of countering enemies. If you counter the enemies, you win the game, even in crap gear. I don't have a build for Sand Viper right now. It's complete disappointment. The Sand Viper is. Only having one beam able to hit one target is a deal breaker. When you got cannonballs that you can throw down 10 cannonballs and have them all hit one target, it's just a deal breaker. Well, I mean, it's what people want. See, that's the challenge. For someone who's been playing Dungeon Defenders games, like, consistently through the whole time, they're going to want new stuff. But for someone who's coming back to Dungeon Defenders, which is going to be a large amount of people, they want the returning stuff, because they want to reminisce about the characters they used to play with, you know? They did not create the DDA, they want to bring new players. Well, the problem there, Jaime, is we already know it is a business. DD2 failed as a business. So that's just not how the world works, you know? If you buy a car and that car constantly breaks down on you and does not serve its purpose of getting you to work, and you have the opportunity to get a new car, would you get the new car, or would you work on the old car that keeps breaking down even after you work on it? I mean, it's one of those situations, you know? I mean, there might be a final update for DD2 down the road, but I would not suggest anyone hold their breath and wait for it, as you will have, it will just end badly. If we get anything for DD2, expect it to be, personally, I would say at least a year away. At least. And that's a big old if. Because, I mean, you just got to remember, they're a developer that's passionate about the Dungeon Defenders franchise. They're not a developer that's passionate about losing money, though. No one is excited about that. Oh, absolutely, Ollie. No doubt. I mean, I love DD2. Everybody here watching this stream right now loves DD2. There is no question to that. But us 52 people are not paying the bills. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at some point, somebody's got to pay to keep the power on. I actually started doing a little bit of market research on free-to-play games. I didn't realize how few people actually spend money. But it's a very small number. Almost like you need some sort of gotcha mechanic to be able to really make it big off of a free-to-play game. Oh, nothing wrong with that, Tyson. That's the thing, is there's nothing wrong with playing DD2. I mean, you can easily, anyone out there could start playing DD2 today and sink 1,000 hours into it. You just could. It's got lots of stuff to do and lots of content. It's pretty to look at. It runs like shit. But, you know, I mean, it's not going to be the first or the last game that I played that I really enjoyed that runs like shit. But there's tons of stuff to do. There's tons of content to do. It must be, it's got to be something on your end, Quick, because I haven't had any drop frames at all. I've had no dip in my bitrate at all today. I don't want to jinx it, but I haven't had any travesties with the old bitrate. The only thing I wish about DDE, Danny, is I wish we were able to download our profile somehow and didn't have to start fresh to play it. I would pop back in and do some like Throwback Thursday stuff on DDE or whatever. If I had my old stuff, but I don't want to start back over, you know. Well, I mean, you might like it, you might not, Tyson. Everybody's got their favorite Dungeon Defenders game, and you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, DDE too. DDE got hate from everyone, but if that was your only Dungeon Defenders experience, DDE was a great game. The problem is we as fans just want to compare, and we want to say this better than that, this better than that, you know? And we don't judge each individual game on its own merits. If we did that, every Dungeon Defenders game would have pretty high regards, I think. But it's hard to do, you know? That's the other thing, is Dungeon Defenders games have a very passionate fan base. I mean, the people who like Dungeon Defenders games, they really like Dungeon Defenders games. So we're all very, very judgy. Alright, we'll start up a new group, y'all. So anybody wants to play a couple matches? I am on US West, and this will be a shorty today, because I got a bunch of work to do to prepare for my little mini camping trip. It's not even a real camping trip. Just got 2 days off, so we'll only be gone one night. DD2 is great, but it's on PS4 and couch. Uzar, you need to just drag it into the bedroom, hook it up to a TV, and you're still good to go. You're going camping for a week? See, now that's better. Our little one-night thing isn't real camping. I mean, we gonna have, like, you know, bratwurst ready to go on the fire. You know, we're gonna have everything prepared and all. It's not real camping, it's fake camping. I should just say I'm going swimming, and we're gonna stay overnight on the bank of the lake. That's more realistic. No, I can't give you any stuff in DD2. You should have been around last Christmas. I gave away almost my entire DD2 inventory. Alright, let's see. I gave away 5 pages of 10 out of 10 mods and over 100 million gold just this past holiday season. So if you weren't there then, that was the big opportunity. Lots of free paydays. Let's see. Where's my 10 out of 10 mod? It's not there. Yeah, the barb's great. Ooh, we'll keep that one. I got me destruction. No 10s. See you, trash loot. Well, they've addressed that they're fixing the dragon, Tyson, so I'm going to bet they're going to fix that weapon too, and it's not going to drop. So my suggestion would be to farm the shit out of that 5 projectile now. Hope you get a high roll, and hope it doesn't get retroed, the changes they make. Let's see, let's go back to a dungeon. Which one, though? Don't want to do the same one over. Let's do catacombs. And oh, you can't do the greater than side. Alright, we'll just call it Batman. Oh, it won't let me type all that either. God dang it. Alright, Batman it is. Oh, man. Oh, you know I was typing something. Quicksilver heard the Q-U-I-C-K clicks on my keyboard. What we got there? We got Rexo with the fancy ancient power icon. Very, very fancy. Yes, anti-orc and anti-melee would indeed stack. In fact, it's a ridiculous combination. Nah, no links there, quick. Sadly, although I trust you, would not post anything bad. I've learned my lesson on the links. There's 2 things you just don't do on YouTube. You don't put the chat on the screen, and you don't allow links. Because I don't know why, but people just gotta troll, you know? These are just dying to get blown up by kobolds, but I'm gonna put them here anyway. We got one more spot, y'all. US West. Well, we know it's coming, DD. We just need to get it. They've already shown, a Juice Bags PayPal ship. Click here now. Whichever you're really interested in. Really, Iggy? I mean, they're both solid heroes. I think the Gun Witch is more fun, and I think the Mystic brings more long-term to the table. Oh yeah, we got Satan as well. You guys with your fancy Ancient Power logos. Going for 20,000 Ascension? Nah, there's zero reason for that. I haven't grinded any Ascension. My 10,000 Ascension video was what, months ago? And I've only gotten 40 Ascension since then. Damn, Cobalt blowing up my snacks. Put it over here a little further, see if that helps it. All of the characters are viable in some form. The EV is extremely meta endgame. So, I mean, if you're concerned with getting to endgame as fast as possible, the EV would probably help your journey quicker than any other character. But, yeah, I mean, like Ollie said, they're all really good. I mean, if you keep playing Dungeon Defenders and you really are having fun, Dungeon Defenders 2, you're going to have all the characters. You know? You'll get them all. It's only a matter of when and who you get first, you know? Well, that's the thing with Dungeon Defenders 2, Tyson, is there is zero special loot. All loot is just a suitcase to hold your shards and mods. None of the loot is special in DD2. So like those awesome event items and stuff from DD1, that's not something that DD2 offers. DD2 is all about the reskin, you know? Skin this, skin that. Well, with DDA, that stuff's all possible. I hope. I mean, I would love to see community. There's a community event that just ended. Just over the weekend. I really, really hope. Part of that is going to be modding, you know. Kobolds hate my snacks. I've got so much stuff to do. I'm kind of like mid-tier hooked on No Man's Sky too. No Man's Sky is really good now. But I did get a little excited about Warframe with the TennoCon announcements. So I could be grinding some Warframe here over the next period of time while we're waiting for Massacre to get here and the EV to get here. Pictorial Oyster, I think I missed you there, but thank you so much. I wonder why my alerts are set up. I'm not sure why it didn't pop up. Of course I love DD2, but it's a matter of there's nothing else to do, and there's these other games that are quite fun that I have lots of things to do. I mean, I'm like, in Warframe, I'm like literally like 10 updates behind. I haven't done the Kuvalich stuff. I haven't done the Railjack stuff. In fact, I mean, when I left was like right after the second Fortuna update. So, I mean, I haven't even done everything in Fortuna yet. You play the pirate maps, Cassian. So any of the high seas maps, they're guaranteed to drop a pirate mod. Well, there's 10 possible pirate mods plus a shield. The shield doesn't have a mod. It's guaranteed to drop one of those items, so you've got a 1 in 11 chance of getting the particular pirate mod that you're looking for. So it's just a matter of grinding pirate maps. Any of the pirate mods you want, just keep grinding the pirate maps. You'll get all of them. I mean, they will all be there. Zero doubts. What's going on there, Austin Powers? You don't think that new thing coming looks cool quick? Well, you've already done all the things, though. See, I haven't done all the things. I haven't played all the Assassin's Creed games, but I've played a few. I think I enjoyed 3 more than anything. Or I played more of 3 than anything. I was on the PlayStation quite a bit during that Assassin's Creed 3 era. And I was working at the casino then, and most of the table games dealers that I worked with all played on PlayStation, and I was playing a lot of games with them. What's going on there? It's Mantis. How you doing? Favorite console? Well, it's a hard choice because, to be honest with you, I don't have massive experience with any of the consoles. But I would probably have to say the Xbox. I guess just not because I think it's better. I just think I've used it more. Like if we watch Netflix, I mean, my wife plays games on the Xbox every day. But if we watch like a movie on Netflix, we do it through the Xbox. There's just a lot of things I do through the Xbox. Is there going to be Monders? I'm not really sure what you mean, Felix. There's nothing coming to DD2 that's not already there, though. I had a long gap in consoles. Modders? You mean people cheating in DD2? Yes, there's people that cheat in DD2. There's people that cheat in every game. There is no game that doesn't have someone cheating in it. But there's not going to be a defined mod system, a Steam Workshop type thing, like Dizzy just mentioned, for DD2. Normally when someone says modders, they're referring to cheaters, though, not actual modders. Mods are a good thing for a game. I'm really hoping DDA ends up getting mods. Mods extend the life of a game. There's just no doubt there. I mean, any game that allows community-created content. I mean, yeah, there's going to be the cheaty stuff in there. I'm sitting here trying to throw my snakes up. Good lord, maybe I should look at what's going on the screen in front of me. I keep trying to call to madness, and I end up chi blasting on a hero damage monk. Habits. The second I realize that my character doesn't have double jump, I end up switching back over to the monk. It's like, ugh. That's one thing that they definitely got right in DDA. Let us double jump, for God's sakes. The icons are about your ancient power level. Every time you do an ancient power reset, there's an icon for your number of resets. They're all listed. They're all pinned in my Discord server. I think there's a pin there with all the icons on it. I'm just trying to get snacky. Start fights. It's like the most wonderful thing ever is the ogre fights with Call to Madness. Ogre fights are a glorious thing. No, pinned means it's a pinned comment at the top there, Jaime. You just can go up there and look. I'm not even positive if it's there, but I think it is in the DD2 channel. It's just a pinned comment. So if you look on Discord, up at the very top, you'll see a little icon that says pins. And you click that, and that's comments that were pinned for easy reference later. And if it's not there, shoot me a message in Discord, and I'll make sure I put it there. But I think it's there. Emotes? Nah. Discord, you can use all the server emotes just by joining. Every member can. We actually got more emote slots. I left it up to the mods to add emotes there. I mean, I put a few emotes in, but I left it up to the mods to add emotes there, and they never filled all the slots. What's a fast way to get money? Rob banks. Probably not the best way. That's a fast way, that's for damn sure. Gold in DD2? Just play. Expeditions in a 4-player group is the fastest way to get gold. And then if you find a good mod, sell it, and then that just compounds the amount of gold you get a bazillion times over. I don't really talk to Omni a ton anymore. We were talking about, he's back playing Warframe too. We were talking about Warframe a little bit yesterday, but I haven't played anything with Omni in a long time. What's going on there, Lazy Soldier? How you doing? Seems a little bit much. See, you're trying to get a free plug for your 10 out of 10 anti-chaos sale. And what was the first thing I say? Shit's overpriced. Don't buy it, y'all. Sorry, man. That's too much money. 18 million gold for that mod? No. I haven't talked to Side in a long time. He's been playing a lot of Final Fantasy. Well, there's several problems with those marketplace documents. First off, they're an opinion of the person who creates them. But second off, it's a small, unstable market. If someone is actually willing to pay 18 million for an anti-chaos, to me, I think that would be extremely surprising. But I mean, I personally, if I needed one, which I don't need one, but if I needed one, I personally wouldn't pay more than about 5 million for that. It's just not one of the top best mods, you know. Anti-melee, yeah, that's going to go for more. Controller servo, yeah, that's going to go for more. Anti-chaos is just not one of the super pricey hot mods. Last time you played was when mods came out. You have a bunch of legendary marks. They're actually a collector's thing now, Zbot, so don't accidentally sell them. You want to hold on to them. Now, Side hasn't streamed in a long time. He's been, every time I see him playing, he's playing Final Fantasy. I think it's 14 he's playing. I'm not even positive on which one it is he's playing, but he's been real heavy into Final Fantasy. It seems like, anyway. Another thing you want to do, Zbot, if you're an old returning player, is look at the item in your inventory and hold down your left control key. Is it control? No, it's alt. Hold down your alt key and look and see if it's at the maximum of the potential rolls. So you see, like, the highest this medallion could get is 69,640. and I'm at 69,577. But a lot of that old stuff is locked at the max, which would make them even more valuable. No, there's no crossplay for DD2 planned. There's no updates for DD2 planned currently. So, I mean, DD2 is a completed product. We may end up getting an update down the road, but I think chances are just as good that we don't get that update down the road. I mean, in fact, I think the chance is greater that we don't get it than that we do get it, to be honest. Oops, snacks. Forgot the snacks. It's on their roadmap. Steam Workshop and mods is on their roadmap, Morton, so that's a possibility. The thing is how are they going to do it in a way that goes out to all platforms, you know? And that's really what DD1 missed. If it was realistic to get all of the work the CDT did and all of the DD1 updates they did over to consoles, console would still have a big DD1 community. I'm hopeful for it. Like I said, mods, I mean, there's the bad side of mods with all the cheaty stuff, but there's also the positive side of mods, where you've got community members creating custom maps and stuff like that, and that is all good shit. That just all really extends the replay value of a game. Well, nobody's forcing you to switch over to PC. Memphis, why would you switch? Why would you go from console to PC if you've already played it on console? That's just everything in the game. You have to regrind. Why would you do that? It's just a glutton for punishment, is what it is. I mean, if you make that choice, you make that choice, you know? Well, it's a matter of getting the content exported over. You know, it's just not a realistic thing. I mean, it's the reason I don't play multiple platforms in DD2 anymore. I mean, I can log in and play on the PS4 and the Xbox. I actually got some really good shit on the PS4. Some of the old collectible stuff that's no longer available. Because I did play quite a bit on the PS4 back in the day. But playing a grind game and then doing it on multiple platforms is just torture. It's just straight up torturing yourself. Don't do it. You know, just enjoy the game on one platform. Have fun. Do the things. I could see in DD1, but that's a different situation. Like someone going from console to PC on DD1 is doing it for the content, but there is no content for DD2 on PC that's not on DD1. It runs like shit on PC too, Josh. DD2 doesn't run well on any platform. So don't switch for that reason, or you're really going to get bummed out when you see that it runs bad on PC too. I think, I'm not positive, but I think I'm going to have a problem playing handheld on the Switch. I'm just too used to playing on my PC or on a console hooked up to the TV. You know? Yeah, there's a difference between playing through a game, though, and playing a grind game, Jaime. I mean, in DD2, you could literally sink 1,000 hours into the game and not even remotely have everything you want. It's a grinder. Doing that over again on a different platform is a lot different than a game that you just play through, you know? Well, on Xbox, the markets are pretty well known to be all blown out of proportion, their conflicts. I mean, all of the markets are completely unstable in DD2. There's not large enough of a player base. So, like, the best things are held by the richest people, which means it is going to amplify the price because those people have got all the gold, you know? I mean, look at me, for example. I literally gave away all my gold, right? I had 0 gold left last Christmas, and I'm at 84 million again already, with nothing to spend it on. So, I mean, that things, having so many of the player base that has the nice things just jacks the prices up big time. That and so many people that don't know what things are worth, you know? But there is no 100% accurate go-to, this is how much things cost. That doesn't exist. There's been efforts made at it. Zero Day put a lot of work into it. And then somebody else has taken over 0 Day's old document now and is putting work into it. But those are all just like guesses and guidelines. It's zero accuracy. About the only thing you could probably really commit to as being a really accurate number is like the crafting materials, because those get sold so regularly. There's lots of samples to choose from. Oh, there was a 10. What was it? Oh, range boom. Boo. It had to be range boom. I mean, what are things worth in a game? They're worth what you can find someone to pay for it. So if you're the buyer, you of course are wanting to find it at the cheapest price possible. If you're the seller, you want to sell it for the highest price possible. And those numbers will fluctuate greatly, you know? Especially with an unstable market with a low player base. It's just how it is. Anyway, y'all, we got, like I said, I apologize, it's a shorty today. What would I suggest to play to a new player in DD2? I would suggest playing everything. There's lots of gameplay available. If I was new and starting over, I would probably purchase the EV first. But I'm very biased. First off, I know that the EV is a powerhouse endgame, but it's also my favorite character. There's no wrong answers. The wrong answers would be getting the gender swaps. So stay away from the Adept and the Initiate as your first characters, because they're not going to bring anything to the table. A DPS Huntress is one of the lower Huntress damage outputs. If it's your favorite character to play, it's viable, play it. But if you're looking for sheer power, the Huntress is not going to be the one. The best way is on their forums, Danglo. If you post on the forums, multiple developers from Chromatic will see it. And if it's something that is a really good idea, you'll get a lot of backing from other players as well. People encouraging that idea. Matthias, what up? Anyway, y'all, like I said, a shorty today. I'm going to be heading out of town, and I got some you know, I got to record some content for the channel the next couple of days and get it all edited and ready to upload before I head out on my wannabe camping trip. That's not really a camping trip, but it'll be close. But anyway, thanks a ton, everybody. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful start to their week. As soon as we get some DDA news, you know, I'll be putting it out there. We just have to get it. But anyway, thanks a ton, y'all. Have a good one. I will see you next time. Take it easy.